That breaking news is another live look at protests continuing into the night in Los Angeles and here in Portland as well in response to immigration arrests and deportations. On the left side of your screen is law enforcement in downtown L.A. earlier tonight with zip ties around their wrists of some protesters. On the right side is some footage from our crews of protesters tonight at the ICE detention facility in Southwest Portland. And tonight we are taking a deep dive at both of those protests as they unfold. Thanks for joining us at 11. I'm Barry Mangold. Now, on the fourth day of protests in Los Angeles, roughly 700 Marines are now responding to the city, in addition to thousands of California National Guard troops. Here in Portland, it's a different situation. Our Tanvi Verma was covering a protest outside the ICE facility near the south waterfront off of I-5. But Tanvi, in just the last 30 or 40 minutes, you and your photographer decided to get some distance from the protest. Tell us why.
Yeah, so Barry, in the last 30-ish minutes or so, a mob of about 30 people charged at us with a bat and sticks. And moments before that, they were yelling racial slurs at my colleague and I. Luckily, we had security and they ushered us out of the situation, and we're totally okay. And we're here to do our job and tell you about how things were before all of that transpired. And while they were passionate, they were certainly peaceful. It's been multiple days since some started camping outside the ICE building in South Portland, many fired up about deportations.
My father is an immigrant, and he has been taken from my family by ICE multiple times. It has destroyed us, and he is one of the most hardworking people I know.
Portland Police Chief Bob Day confirming 2 protesters were arrested over the weekend.
This is an unusual step. We traditionally do not clear the driveway. We did take that initial step on Saturday night, Sunday morning, which I am in agreement with. I believe it was an appropriate action by our members to de-escalate a potentially tense situation.
No troops on our streets! No troops on our streets!
Over in downtown Vancouver, a similar sentiment.
Defend due process! Defend due process!
I live across the street from a farm, berry farm, and I watch the immigrants every day go out and work their butts off to provide us food.
Others, like this veteran, unhappy with President Donald Trump's decision to bring the National Guard into protests against ICE in Los Angeles.
The National Guard should not be there. Let the local police handle it. And if he actually sends in the Marines, they shouldn't be there either. They're not supposed to be there.
A lot to break down there in terms of the metro area. Now, we do have the extended press conference with Chief Bob Day to talk about how they plan to go about protests in the future. More on that on our website at katu.com. Barry?
All right, Tanvi Verma, thank you. And a lot going on in the metro area. You can go to our website to see an extended version of our interview with Police Chief Bob Day in Portland and his conversation with the press on how to handle upcoming protests. And in response to the protests, a spokesperson for ICE said this tonight: U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement fully respects the constitutional rights of all people to peacefully express their opinions. That being said, ICE remains committed to performing its immigration enforcement mission consistent with federal law and agency policy.